Stop. Yeah, we can't use this. This is copyrighted. Yeah, it was good. It was good for the first video, but yeah, I don't want to get copyright strike again. So, you know what? I'll play something right now. Hold on. Let me just. There. How's this? It's all right. On with the video. Today's video is going to be about Elden Ring. So, after we've finished discussing my love for naked men fighting, now it's time to talk about my second love, video games. And more specifically, Elden Ring. Now, you probably know what Elden Ring is. I don't need to explain this to you. Like, if you're remotely on the internet, you probably know what it is. But just in case, Elden Ring is a video game that was released on February 25th, 2022 by Satan himself and George R.R. Martin. Like, do we know what this guy did for the game? Like, I actually don't know what he actually contributed to this game. Now, I would like to explain my history, I guess, with From Software games. So it all started with Bloodborne, which is basically, it's a game about this guy that tries to escape the UK.
Well, at least one.
And there's some like worms and stuff, and then needles, blah blah blah. So that was my first game from Software, and I loved it. And then after that, I played all the Dark Souls games, which is basically Dark Souls is just how you escape from Cuba. You know, there's like a certain theme in all the From Software games. You're just escaping third world countries, and instead of escaping a country this time, you're escaping the state of Ohio. Now you play as Johnny Elden Ring on his quest to get the Elden Ring. I don't know. So you wake up in this place here with no recollection of who you are, and then you venture out into the world to, you know, do adventuring as Johnny Elden Ring. So, you know, the first thing you gotta do is you gotta get the stuff and, you know, fight this boss that you're supposed to die to, and then you get to the outside world and you meet this guy who basically tells you that you get no women, which is not wrong because you're playing this game. After this, you finally get to the tutorial boss, which is such a great boss. I love it. After learning that the tutorial was not about how to fight, but actually how to use geometry and your environment to escape, you meet Santa. I don't know why he's dressed like this. And then after that, you go and do stealth missions. Not feeling very heroic right now. And then after that, you finally get to meet Melina? They all have the same name anyway. Who basically acts as your girl boss that helps you level up. Behind every man is a strong, manipulative girl boss. And then after that, you can level up. And then you fight your first boss. I'm not going to explain your entire experience. You should play the game for that. But the basic lore of Elden Ring is that there was this lady named America, who basically rejected God so much, God himself decided to send his dog to keep watch of America. And then after that, America decided to have self-cess with their cells. I don't know. And then there's these demigods. You know, we've got the waifu bait over here, and then this guy that's in love with his younger brother. This lady she's such a fair, great boss. And then obviously we have these two and Rykard, who is this lizard man. Now that all that formal stuff is out of the way, we can actually talk about the game itself. So, Elden Ring's gameplay is very, very similar to the previous Souls-like games. It definitely takes a lot of things from each Soul game and improves upon it. Like, for example, the stealth from Sekiro and the jumping from Sekiro. Like, you can jump in this game. What the hell? Like, there's a dedicated jump button. You know how hard it is to jump in previous Souls games? Like, you had to, like, run and then, like, double tap circle while you're running, which is stupid anyways. But it definitely feels the most like Dark Souls. The one difference that this game definitely has, apart from all the other ones, is that it is open world. And I don't really like open world games that much because most of the time it's just filled with like checklists and it's boring, you know, like you just complete stuff like capture area or something, you know, climb the tower to activate some part of the map. You know, it's stupid. And I think it's very boring, but Elden Ring, it gave me the same feeling I had when I played Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, where I was actively wanting to explore further into the game, where, you know, I could see something off in the distance and I'd want to ride there on my horse. Unlike most games where there's really nothing interesting. And that's another thing. My first playthrough took me about 80 hours, and I didn't even explore everything, you know, and the entire time I was not bored once. Like, the game is so engaging. It's honestly a testament to what it is that he was able to keep me engaged all the time. The game has multiple varieties of builds and stuff that you can try out. You know, personally, I went for the bleed build because, you know, I'm a loser. You know, I'm not strong enough to do the guts berserker build. And the bosses in this game, I will say, are a bit hard in late game. For example, the first few bosses, Margit and Godfrey, they were both great bosses. But then we have Renala. Renala was an alright boss. Morgott was basically just Margit but harder, and honestly I prefer Morgott compared to Margit. But then after Morgott, the game kind of has this problem where the late level enemies are really difficult. Like Godskin Duo is a terrible boss. Nobody likes gank bosses, and this is just proven true here. Like, why is there two of them? Like, what? You took two bosses that were good by themselves, put them together, and you just made this the worst thing ever. Like, why does he revive? Like, what the hell? And then you have stuff like the fire giant, which it isn't even a fight really. You just kind of hit his knees and ankles until he breaks them, and then I guess the second half is alright, but it's not that cool. Like, it should feel cooler than it is. Then we have Melina, which honestly, Melina, the boss herself, isn't that bad. It's just her waterfall move that is completely broken and busted. And then obviously we have the Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. He was a good boss. The biggest offense I feel like in the game is the final boss, which is Radagon of the Golden Order. Radagon of the Golden Order is a great boss by himself, but for some reason they decided to put him with the Elden Beast. And the Elden Beast is literally the worst boss in the entire game. It's so bad. It's such a trash boss. Like, look at this stupid freaking slime thing. Look at it. What the hell? How is it flying? It doesn't make any sense. He just has a giant sword. Disappointing, but still. Overall, the game's mechanics are great. The world is amazing. Gameplay is great. And overall, Elden Ring is a great game. If you're looking for a new game to play and you have somehow never played this game before, play Elden Ring. It's great. I'd give it like a 9 out of... It's still not better than Bloodborne anyway. So anyway, that's all I have to say for this video. Anyway, thanks for listening to me talk. See ya.